Vote counting is underway to decide who will be ODM's flag bearer in the Kibra by-election. The voting, which got off to a slow start, was concluded peacefully. There were, however, complaints of missing names on the voters' register across all 24 polling centers and mix-ups in a few centers. Here now is Elfas Lagat with more details.
A number of Kibra voters were left stranded and disgruntled, having to wait for hours following delays in opening of polling centers.
Jina la kwanza nilipata Siama, lakini jina la pili nimeandikiwa Adhiambo, la tatu nimeandikiwa Wamalwa. Alafu katika upande wa jinsia nikawekewa jinsia langu mimi ni mwanamume, halafu namba ya kitambulisho haiambatani na yangu.
So we are appealing to His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. If you will not intervene, tunataka kukwambia kwa uzuri baba, kiti ya ODM haitarudi in this by-election.
The race for the Orange Party ticket has 10 aspirants, each keen to emerge top, as it is widely perceived that winning during the party nominations is akin to winning the actual elections, given ODM's long-standing influence in the now cosmopolitan Kibra.
It's not that good because people are complaining here and there. Hawezi piga kura, wengine wanarudi nyumbani, so the process is that bad.
The late Ken Okoth's brother Imran Ben Okoth is one of the popular aspirants alongside Mwalimu Peter Orero, who is perceived to be very close to ODM party leader Raila Odinga, and Mama Ida, who voted at Kibera Primary School.
I'm an ODM member. I belong to ODM party, and the ODM party belongs to Baba Raila Amolo Odinga.
So do you agree? Wakati wataki mtu fulani wanakuja wanacheza game stronghold zake, wanahakikisha hakuna majina. Ikifika sasa kwa ile mahali yule mtu wanataka, hapo ndio unapata majina, kila kitu iko sawa sawa.
Tunatumia ile membership party membership list ambao wale wanachama wa chama cha ODM ambao ndio wanateua wale wagombea viti.
The counting is being conducted at Mbagathi Primary School under heavy police presence. The winner will face off with Jubilee and ANC candidates in a race to succeed the late Ken Okoth in a by-election coming up on the 7th of November.
Voters of Kibra constituency have agitated for a transparent ODM nominations for a whole day, and with it they appear to prefer a candidate who will build on the legacy of Ken Okoth. Elfas Lagat, Citizen TV, Kibra.
All right, and our very own Sam Ogina joins us now from Kibra with an update. Of course, counting still going on, Sam. Many people saying this will be a litmus test as to what kind of leader Kibera residents actually want. What does the counting look like now?
Well, rightly so. After a day-long exercise of voting and counting, now it has come down to now the tallying exercise here at Mbagathi Primary School, where the returning officer is actually making an announcement, and we have a confirmation that at least results from 5 centers out of 24 have actually streamed in, and later on we'll be joining, or rather, the Secretary General actually of the party will be joining us to make sense out of these numbers. Of course, earlier on, despite contestation on the voter register, whereby members of the ODM party actually, some of them are missing from the voter register, the party, that is the National Elections Board chairperson, Judy Pareno, released a statement saying that they were actually satisfied with this particular exercise and actually intervened in good time to ensure that those who were missing from the ODM party register were actually provided by the IEBC voter register to find their names there. And of course, that exercise has been concluded. Now here, this is the tallying center, and I just want to call the Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna, if you may, to join us here on set, just to try and make sense out of the numbers here. To begin with, there has been a statement by Judy Pareno saying that the party is actually satisfied with this particular exercise. According to you, I'm pretty sure you've been traversing the constituency. Is this a free and fair exercise, as you had earlier alluded yesterday or the day before?
I think largely the process has been fair. We have had a few challenges through the day that together with the National Elections Board we were able to address. There were a few hitches with some voters not finding their names on the voters register, but we took it upon ourselves to ensure that at least those people got opportunity to vote. So there have been challenges, we admit, but largely the process has gone on very well. And I want to take this opportunity to really congratulate the party members in Kibra for observing the peace and ensuring that this political process is free and fair.
Well, this is the tallying center. Maybe you've had an opportunity to interact with the returning officer. Probably just enlighten our viewers and even the supporters who are actually watching. So far, so good. Where are we at?
I think we are doing about the 6th center out of the 24 centers that we had this election taking place. So he has assured me that probably in the next 1 hour we should have all the results from all the centers and we should be able to declare.
There are already candidates who are disgruntled really by the process already, and there are already candidates who are disgruntled by the process. How then do you address their concerns?
Actually, we have set up an appeals tribunal, and during the brief that we did with the candidates, I believe it was on Thursday, we assured them that there was going to be a mechanism for resolution of any disputes arising from this particular process. The tribunal will be sitting tomorrow. It is a panel of 3 headed by a very senior advocate, and they are aware where the tribunal is going to be sitting, so they can take their complaints there. What we will be doing here today, waiting for the chair of the National Elections Board to come. She will be issuing an interim certificate, but the final certificate will be issued after the conclusion of all the appeals that may be lodged with the tribunal tomorrow.
Well, the issue with the party from previous by-elections or even nomination exercise is whereby candidates feel the process is flawed, and the party ends up with a candidate that probably even the residents feel this is not the right candidate, and it has cost the party in various by-elections. So given that Kibra is actually a high-stakes game for ODM, we've seen interest from the Jubilee Party, ANC is equally here, and Ford Kenya. So how then do you ensure that you end up with the right candidate and that there is no disgruntlement that is going to cost the party?
I think this is what you're seeing here, my brother, because the people of Kibra, the supporters of a party in Kibra insisted, and we listened to them, that they wanted this direct suffrage to be able to identify the candidate. And we have allowed the people of Kibra themselves, who are members of ODM, to express themselves on who they think is the best candidate for ODM. So I am also just waiting for the results, just like everyone else, to see who the people of Kibra have decided that is going to fly the party's flag. So this is the process that the people demanded, with all its inherent challenges, but we have been able to surmount them. And again, I can't stress this enough that we are extremely proud as a party with the people of Kibra today, that they have shown up and voted and kept the peace and respected the process. Yeah,
you're confident of November 7th?
We're absolutely confident. I think for me the biggest hurdle was this one, and I think that we are now almost through with it. That we largely believe that if we do right by our members in Kibra, then we will have a very easy time for November 7th.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, that is the Secretary General of the Orange Party, Edwin Sifuna, just trying to break down, really saying that in the next 2 or so hours, we should be able to know who will be flying the Orange Party, who will actually be carrying the ODM party ticket for the Kibra seat. And of course, remember that after this exercise is done, if at all there is consensus that the candidate is the right candidate, then it means facing off with the Jubilee Party that has nominated McDonald Mariga, the football star. ANC has Eliud Owalo. Remember, Eliud Owalo has actually served in the Orange Party for the longest time, being also an advisor to the former Prime Minister, and equally sitting at the NASA Secretariat, that is the National Super Alliance. And of course, even Ford Kenya has thrown in its candidate by the name Engineer Butichi. So this is actually what is going to happen from today. if this exercise is concluded and not contested, and then a candidate is settled upon and agreed actually by all parties from the Orange fraternity, then it is a contest between ODM, the Jubilee Party, ANC, and Ford Kenya Party. Of course, ODM going into the field trying to reclaim a seat that actually belongs to them until the passing on of the former Kibra MP Ken Okoth, who succumbed to cancer. Back to you, Vicky, in studio.